I'm going to drive home the Jeep because the chap got it dirty the other day and I haven't cleaned it since. And I actually haven't done a proper drive out in this yet. Out and about in the Wrangler. I'm just running Brooke into college in it because she fancied a ride in the Wrangler. People do seem to love it. I had a kid on the street point it out to his mum. I imagine I've not driven a lot of Defenders, Land Rover Defenders, but I can imagine it's just pretty similar to that. The steering's pretty vague. It isn't as rattly as I thought it would be, to be fair. It's quite together. There's not a lot of rattles on the interior trim. I'm amazed how watertight it's been. My seat's bone dry. I think Brooke's seat's bone dry. It hasn't steamed up inside much. It doesn't smell damp, so it's been out in the rain. And I didn't expect this hood to be watertight at all, but surprisingly it seems to be fairly watertight. Yeah, there's a lot of play in the steering, but I imagine that's fairly standard. It's not knocking or anything like that. It just, yeah, like I say, quite a bit of play. I imagine it could benefit from all new bushings all round at this age. Gearbox seems okay, clutch seems okay, temperatures stay bang on half, no problems with that at all. Batteries showing fully charged at 14. Oil pressure is good on the oil pressure gauge, and it started up on the button every morning without any issues. I went to the gym this morning at 6. It started up on the button without any issues then. So yeah, it seems to be a really together car. Power wise, it doesn't feel powerful, but then, you know, like a 3.5 litre V8 Defender isn't particularly powerful, is it? It feels sprightly enough. It can pull itself up the hills well. It can keep up with traffic fine. MPG obviously doesn't look to be particularly great, but I can't imagine you'd use it as a daily anyway. So yeah, for a bit of fun, for a bit of a modern classic, it's totally usable. You can use it all the time. I'm obviously using it now during the winter. In the summer with the hood down, I imagine it's even more fun with the sun out. So yeah, I've got no real issues with it at all. We'll get it back, give it another clean. Get underneath, we're going to do a lanyard guard treatment on the underneath of it, get it in for an MOT, and then see how it goes sales wise. Did have half a mind it could be a good raffle car, because people like the different stuff, the different and interesting stuff. So you'll have to comment down below if you think that's a good idea or not. So it seems autos, sub 3k autos are on fire, as they have been for months now. So I put the little B class up for 2,995. 66,000 miles on 2005. Might have been a little bit light. It probably could have been a 3,495 car. It was sold within 24 hours, just bang, straight out the door. It's going to be someone's first car because, as I've said before, a lot of the kids have been learning to drive in autos, but they cannot get autos under 3k for love nor money. Well, yeah, for love nor money. And that's why I thought it was worthwhile sticking this one up. I did a detailed walk around video. I listed a couple of little faults that I had with it, and yeah, sold straight away. So that is going out the door, 2,995. Made a decent margin on that. I haven't had to do a lot to it. I sold it with the door lock thing flicking back and forth because I thought the reset had fixed it, but it hasn't done. And I said, look, at the end of the day, I can go round and make the thing absolutely immaculate and work perfectly, but you're going to be paying a lot more money for the car. And she's like, no, with 3k budget's what we had. We just need to be safe, reliable. And actually, the insurance was paying for the first car. The insurance was £1,900, which I didn't think was too bad for a 1.7 as a first car. But I think having my kid in something this size, I'll be much happier than maybe like a little Igo with an automatic box, something like that. I think they're going to be a lot safer in something this kind of size, aren't they? So that was a bit of a result. While I was on the test drive, Petey's fixed the fan on the Citroen C4. It was just some leaves in the fan that were making a racket. Pulled the leaves out, it didn't take him very long, and that's now nice and quiet. He's got someone he thinks may be interested in buying this that needed a C4, so he's going to send him some messages, some pictures on it. I have just picked up this morning as well, sorry, just dropped off a driver who's put me along this little Mitsubishi from a subscriber. This one came down quite a way up country, can't remember exactly where now. Dad's given up driving. A subscriber got in touch with me, so very grateful for that. It's a little minter. It is a little minter. It's done 37,000 miles, automatic. Nice spec, really nice spec. We've got Bluetooth cruise control. We've got part leather seats, or is it part leather? Might not be leather. Suede sweet seats, should we call them? Yeah, really mint inside. Wheels in nice condition. The lacquer hasn't peeled off of them. They're looking really nice. Lovely colour. Couple of little bits of paint to do. A bit down the front of the bumper there, and there's a bit on the other side as well. This, the driver can't remember whether this was on the car or not when he picked it up. I think this has happened at a pickup, because I don't think my subscriber sent me a picture of that, and he was very detailed in his videos and pictures. I think the driver's done that. But we were going to have to paint this corner anyway. I think, was it this corner? No, we didn't have to paint it. Oh, that's a bummer. Didn't have to paint that corner. So do that bit there. Do that bit there. I think there was another bit on a bumper back here somewhere as well. Just a couple of light scrapes. Nothing. Oh yeah, just on the edge here. Nothing outrageous. Once that's done though, this thing will be absolutely mint. So yeah, nice little, another little automatic in stock. Unfortunately not going to be 3k on a 66 plate with that mileage. If it was anywhere near that, we know that would fly out the door as well. Massive thanks as always to everyone that has been getting in touch with me offering their cars. Like I say, it doesn't always work out 100%. Sometimes offers people have had elsewhere are higher on the automated platforms, because obviously I am, oh that's the other bit, there's a bit on the door and he's doing down there. I work them from retail back, so I will value the car and what I actually think it will sell for and then work back, whereas the automated platforms are just automated. There's not a human looking at them saying this is what I think the actual car will sell for. So sometimes I'm higher, sometimes I'm lower, sometimes the distance is too far, but either way I always appreciate anyone getting in touch offering me the car, even if we don't end up being able to come to a deal on it. The next job is for me to get the Fiesta down to, because that's sold, isn't it, get the rear parking sensors and the fresh MOT done on it. So that'll be my next job this morning, and then I'm going to move on to the van. I've got a feeling that that will sell quite quickly as soon as it's cleaned and put up for sale. I'm going to put a big shout out again to the people that got in touch after the last video about the VW Up. Royston took the effort to record a video of one he has in stock. Same sort of age, just a few more miles. Sounded exactly the same as my video. The noise from the gearbox or clutch or whatever it is sounded exactly the same. So thanks Royston for your time doing that, and all the people that messaged me, sent me emails and messaged and put in the comments as well that they've got one and it sounds exactly the same. You're all telling me leave well enough alone, because even if you spend money changing it, it will sound the same. So we'll see how we get on with that. We'll leave it as it is for the moment. So we've got Davey in today while Petey's here as well. We've got the two of them on the go, and Davey's sorting out the front of the Hyundai i30, paint needed on the corners. Again, just speeds things up, so we get Davey to crack on with that. And then he's got somewhere he's got a Citroen C4 he was going to do the corner of as well, so he's cracking on with those while Petey is cleaning up the van so we can get that photographed and up for sale. So while Petey's cleaning the inside of the van, I'm doing the plastics on the outside. In case you've been living under a rock, the way to get your plastics to come back easily is with a heat gun. If they've gone grey like this, I could put my Ultra oil on. It would bring a lot of the colour back, but it wouldn't be quite as good as this, because this is quite far gone. And then what I'm doing is, after, excuse the tractor, after I've done this treatment, you got to basically get the heat up and then move away from it. Don't stay in one spot for too long. I'm feeding it with the Ultra, so the oil is fed. Again, in case you've been living under a rock or you've not been following Chop's Garage for a while, I'll show you what I'm talking about when I talk about Ultra, which is my favourite product for plastics. I'll show you in a second me applying that and give you a link for it as well, because it is wicked stuff. One of my subscribers messaged me the other day and said thanks so much for giving me the heads up on it, because he used it on his double glazed plastic window frames on his house, and I think his front door he said as well, because it is designed for that and it comes up absolutely brilliant. So after you've got your heat gun on, or you can use a blowtorch in the same way, but obviously be careful, get some of the Ultra oil on it and feed the plastic so it's got something to soak it in and keep that colour to the front of the plastic. This is the Ultra here, Colour Restorer for Plastics Chrome GRP, brilliant stuff. Like I say, our subscriber thought he was going to have to get a new front door because it had all faded. He gave it a treat into this, and I think his window frames as well, and he was a very happy bunny. Yeah, if you want to see a prime example of why I shout about Outro so much, just check this door handle out. I tried the heat gun on it. Heat gun's doing nothing to it. It's not colouring at all. Bit of the old Outro oil there. Look at that. It is amazing stuff. It's literally fed that plastic right back up again and got this lovely black finish. So yeah, link in the video description down below. I think I've got a 5% discount code they gave me before that I can put on there for you. It should be in everyone's stocking. So Petey's now moved on to cleaning the hood on the Audi A3 because that's the last thing left on that. Davey's getting very frustrated with wind and the cold. I did offer to move everything inside, guys, but he only wanted one inside. And I am just going to plaster dip the rear bumper on in grey on the back of the van here. I've gone around and done all those plastics now, just to tie that up a bit, and then I'm going to go around with a bit of T-can, just take some of the little marks out like that. But I'm not going to go crazy on it, obviously, for the value of the van. But I'm having to warm the can up quite a lot because plaster dip is plastic in a can, and when the cans are this cold, they don't want to spray. So there we have it. Sun's going down for the day. Davey's left now. He's painted the Peugeot and the Hyundai, as I said. He's left it for me to do some buffing out on them. The whole car will need a machine polish now, and the colours will blend in a bit better when that's been done, because that's still dirty. This is all fresh. So yeah, I'll give it a buff in the morning, get rid of some of the dust that we've picked up, no doubt, doing it in here, and then give the rest of the car a polish. He's done the corner on the Peugeot as well. As I said in an earlier video, taking it right way around to over there where I've got to just clean his blend line in. But he's done the whole corner for me. So that's good to go. That one, once that one's been done, we're going to give this one a machine polish. Once that's done, this can go straight up for sale. That one still needs to go down for its MOT. We're going to drop the C4 off for its MOT tomorrow as well. The Mercedes is going out first thing in the morning. We'll probably drop the Mirage over to Malk when he's finished with my... What's he got out there for me? A Polo, and get him to do that because there's quite a bit more paint needs doing on that one than a sort of a mobile guy. And Pete's just finishing off giving the Audi A3 a polish. If he's good, I might let him go home instead of locking him in the toilet every night. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, one other thing Pete did today, just as a reminder, I'll remind you for a few videos. The raffle is ending this month, where you can win either the Fiat Barchetta, let's get a picture up on screen of that somewhere, or £5,000 cash, or the Toyota MO2. And one thing Pete did today was just give it a quick clean off. We'll move this outside and give it a bit of a buff. So this is the MR2 that we got the new MOT done on. Did the oil and filter service on it, and it's only done what, 54,000 miles, something like that. This Toyota MR2, they're cracking little cars, totally usable daily classic. You'd have no problem using it every single day. A lot of fun to drive. So you've got an option of choosing that, obviously super reliable chain driven 1.8. You've got a choice of that, the Fiat Barchetta, or £5,000 cash. Link in the video description down below. Use the code on screen now to get yourself a bit of a deal.